Somebody texts in and says, "Didn't she have pubes?" WTF? Yeah, that's what the mom.
That was part of the story.
That was one of the first things she noticed is she had.
She's got pubes.
Yeah, dude, you see this?
Little chick we adopted has pubes.
Full bush.
Full bush on the chin. You don't sound like good parents. Let's sat in the seal. Look down, see what we got. So I got full bush on this kid we adopted. So that's kind of crazy. Someone called it just saying institute.
Why?
Right?
Why?
She's got a full bush on this kid. Shouldn't have that. Just doesn't happen. It's crazy.
I hate the word pubes.
Pubes?
That's why I say bush.
Hey, thanks. That's better. Like moist, it turns off Kathy. I can't take pubes.
Really? Okay, pubes doesn't bother me. Neither does bush.
You know why? I think I like.
Pubes bother. Don't look at the little kid we adopted. Bush. Freak you out.
Oh my God.
This little dwarf from Romania, wherever the hell. Psychopath's got a full bush.
Oh my God.
Hope we get the receipt.
I
brought this one back. You want to know why?
Why?
Got a full bush. Got to be 60 years old.
Oh, wow. Weezer and the end of the game. I love it. Rockstar, drummer in a rock band that was really, really famous and had loads of groupies. Being a fan of radio got me hooked on radio and my love of music. So when listening to the radio, mainly for music entertainment, I became a fan of the people that was presenting the music, and I really wanted to do what they did because of their association with music. But they were celebrities to me too. The disc jockeys were. I grew up listening to it. And I just thought it would be so cool to turn people on to music and to be on the radio. I've always loved microphones and amplified voice and stuff like that. Finding something that resonates with the audience to talk about. I mean, that's the priority every day. Challenges can be bad phone connections or time commitments that are hard to meet. Traffic issues if a guest is supposed to be here, because then you got to think on your feet. Then you can have a somewhat of a plan, but if there are issues with people supposed to be on at a certain time and they're not, then that can throw all things off. So that if you're wondering what challenges are, that can be one. Or a guest who's not very communicative and doesn't answer questions very well.
I was thinking the same thing. That's rare, but it happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, a guest that doesn't bring it.
Cell phone, not expecting this call. In fact, right before he answers it, he goes, getting a call from Beverly Hills. I wonder who this is. So he answers the phone like this. He goes, hello.
I had mentioned this could be a possibility.
You had mentioned this guest could be a possibility because we know someone who knows this person who's working on it. show up you weren't expecting it this morning. And so Casey goes, yeah, hello. And he goes, and then I'm hearing one side of the conversation.
Peripherally.
And then I just hear, who dis? and then I hear, excuse me? And he goes, Zack Snyder? You mean like the effing director and stuff?
Exactly.
Like that.
Professional approach we want.
Or effing director?
All right,
like
so
the effing director?
So that part was because I was thinking that Zach Hill was with the Flyers. I'm like, that's not his last name.
Right.
The other thing, the way I answered the phone and all that, is because I'm so worried about phone scams and stuff like that. So I never give my actual voice.
Is there a current people opposing a Zack Snyder scam going on?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
Leading up until then,
Yeah.
he was
Hello. Because I don't want people recording my voice and then
I hear you.
stealing my identity.
All right.
Content coming, keep it fresh, keep engaged, never phone it in, come in and be relevant, and realize that people are coming here to forget about things and to take a break if they're in a crappy commute or whatever. So no matter what's going on in our personal lives, we've got to be up and ready to go, and stay relevant, and responsive to the audience, because we owe them everything. So. And that requires show prep and being aware. A lot of time I spend just reading through website after website after website, entertainment news, regular news, Insignifica, all that stuff, just to make sure that I'm somewhat well-versed and conversant. I always say a good recipe is to know a little about a lot.
We've all done it. I mean, worldly good guy.
Yeah, they are so much great.
I like it that bad.
I do that every day. Not necessarily when the mic's on, but I do it every day. Kathy, give us traffic march, please. Right. A woman in Canada had called about a watch that she wanted, so I got in touch with this watch company, Bob's Watches. They get inquiries about timepieces found and so forth.
Yeah.
So anyhow, she was apparently she was sitting on the couch one day and she dropped her phone and she sunk her hands in between the cushions to retrieve it. But instead of her phone, she pulled out a watch. Upon closer inspection, she saw that it was a Rolex. She turned to her 92-year-old dad and asked him if it was his watch, and he said, of course that's not mine. You know me, I can't afford a Rolex. But little did she and her father know that very few people actually could afford this particular watch. It turned out to be a vintage Rolex Daytona 6241 Paul Newman. And in the world of vintage watches, Rolex Daytona chronographs are king, apparently. And the Paul Newman variants of vintage Daytona is characterized by a very particular dial style, or downright legendary. Paul Newman's very own Daytona broke the record for the most expensive watch ever sold at auction in 2007.
And they find this in the couch?
Yeah. So
Grandpa, where do you think this came from?
So since Paul Newman owned the one that went on auction, that sold for $15.5 million.
No.
God. Now, this one wasn't worth anywhere near that because Paul Newman owned that
This
one.
is Paul Rubin.
This is the Paul Rubin. No, but this particular style was named after him because he owned it.
That's
they
crazy.
didn't make it for Paul Newman. He liked this watch, and therefore it became known as
Adopted his
the Paul
name,
Newman.
yeah.
So, but even before that, historic sale Daytona